Japan. So it looks as though the Tiger division is going to come down to Sparky Japan.
A very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to Motorsports Magazine from the Airborne International Raceway in Plattsburgh. It's a steamy and very windy Saturday night. We'll see what effect that has on the race cars as practice was going on. Temperatures were in the mid-90s. That has dropped a bit as winds have picked up to the 30-mile-an-hour range with gusts upwards of 50. So we haven't seen conditions like this all season long at Airborne, and it will be interesting to see what effect that has on the race cars later on this evening. We've got 4 divisions of racing on tap tonight: late model Sportsman, Flying Tigers, Street Stocks, and Strickleys. Huge car counts in the Strictly and Street Stock division. Car counts in the 20 range in the Tigers and the late model Sportsman, so it should be a very good evening of racing. Late model Sportsman division, Brian Hoare is here. He's the points leader with his performance in the double points event a week ago tonight. He increased his points lead, but the driver who made the biggest move was Plattsburgh's Wild Bill Fountain by virtue of his victory. Fountain moved from the bottom of the top 10 up to 4th in the point standings. So we'll see if Bill Fountain can continue his move up toward the top of the point standings tonight in the late model Sportsman division. 4 divisions of great racing action on tap tonight. Jeremy Carpenter is back with us on camera. Rob Knowles will be here to call some races as well. We'll be back. Motorsports Magazine is coming up next.
Tigers making their way out onto the backstretch, set to compete in their first Tiger qualifier of the evening. Here's the field. Starting on the pole, driving car number 61 from Fairfield, Vermont, it's Dave Wilcox. And outside Wilcox, driving car number 68 from Plattsburgh, Kevin Sorrell. Back to row number 2 on the inside, also out of Plattsburgh, he drives car number 95. It's Big George White. And outside White, driving car number 24 from Shelburne, Vermont, Steve Fisher. Row number 3 on the inside, the 5th starting spot from Colchester, Vermont, it's Mark Germain. And outside Germain, driving car number 4 from Waterbury, Vermont, Doug Murphy. Back to row number 4 on the inside. 7th starting spot goes to car number 45 from Burlington, Vermont. It's John Langlois. And outside Langlois, driving car number 7 from Milton, Vermont, Bruce Talley. Shotgun on the field in car number 56 is Craig Bushy. 9 cars set to run 8 laps in Tiger qualifier number 1. As we're set to kick off another exciting Saturday night of racing action at the Airborne half mile. Here they come, off turn 4, and the green flag is out. They lean on it right at the stripe, right at the drop of the green flag. Wilcox and Sorrell leaning on each other down the front stretch. Wilcox leads them down the back stretch into turn number 3. George White is through on the inside to 2nd. Mark Germain looking for room to the inside of Sorrell. They touch running into 3. Mark Germain right down to the dirt on the inside. Kevin Sorrell is loose up into turn number 2. Steve Fisher pinned behind Sorrell. He had to get on the binders. Here comes Craig Bushy. Bushy, who moved up into this division about 3 weeks ago, makes it 3 wide into turn number 4. He's looking for the 5th spot. Craig Bushy in the 56 to the inside of Kevin Sorrell. He'll get 5th and race down the backstretch with Steve Fisher right in tow. Steve Fisher in the 24 moves to 6th. Doug Murphy to the inside of Kevin Sorrell. He looks to get the 7th spot. Dave Wilcox leads George White by 2 car lengths down the backstretch. Then it's another 2 car lengths back to John Langlois in 3rd. And running in the 4th spot is Mark Germain in the 35. Side by side, racing for 5th. It's the 56 for Bushy and the 24 for Steve Fisher. Halfway through this first qualifier, Dave Wilcox started on the pole. He's looking to have a green to checkers run in this first qualifier for the Tigers of the evening. Wilcox still with a 2 car length advantage over George White. John Langlois has closed in on the 2nd spot. Langlois has about a 3 car length advantage on Mark Germain, who's running 4th. And then it's about 6 car lengths back to Steve Fisher, who rounds out the top 5 in this first qualifier. off of turn number 4. Chief starter Mike Wilder shows him 2 to go. Opening the advantage at the front is Dave Wilcox, now 3 car lengths over George White. White with a car length advantage on John Langlois for that second spot. Wilcox doing a nice job in the 61, sees the white flag. See if John Langlois can make a move on George White for the second spot. He'll drive it hard into turn number 3. Langlois in the 45 tries to close in on George White, but he's not going to be able to make a move. Checkered flag for Dave Wilcox. Second to George White. Third to John Langlois. Mark Germain 4th. 5th to Steve Fisher. Craig Bushy gets 6th. And 7th goes to Doug Murphy in car number 4. You can get it. Qualifier number 2 rolling out onto the backstretch, and this ought to be a good one. Some of the top drivers in this Flying Tiger division starting right up near the front, and they ought to have a good battle to the checkered flag. Here's the field starting on the pole, last week's winner. 2 checkered flags to his credit in 1999 from Milton, Vermont. He's second in points. Wild Bill Sawyer in car number 39. Outside Sawyer in the 75, he's the points leader from Highgate Center, Vermont. Sparky LePan, he'll start second outside row number 1. Inside the second row, third starting spot in car number 17 from St. Albans, Vermont, it's Tabor Gagne. Gagne third in the Airborne point standings. Outside Gagne in the 82 from Peru, New York, it's Toby Ebersol. 5th on the grid in car number 25 from Underhill, Vermont. He's 4th in points. Berserko Joe Becker starts 5th. Outside Becker, one of the top rookies in car number 42, it's Dave Warren. 7th on the grid is the leading rookie from Milton, J. Webb in the 50. Jerry Winch starts 8th from Plattsburgh in car number 34. And shotgun in the 19, a good run last week to 3rd, Jamie Begor out of Moores, New York. Here comes the field, off of 4, the green flag is out. Well, they ought to fight tooth and nail for this checkered flag throughout. 3 fast cars at the front. Bill Sawyer to the lead. Here comes Tabor Gagne to the inside of Sparky LePan. They'll battle door handle to door handle for the second spot off of turn number 4. Bill Sawyer sideways off of turn number 2. Straightens her out down the backstretch. Here comes Berserko Becker. Becker to the inside of Sparky LePan for 3rd. Bill Sawyer with 2 car lengths on the 17 of Tabor Gagne. Sawyer, Gagne, and LePan right up to the Airborne front stretch wall that last time off of turn number 4. Becker with a move to the inside. He's up to 3rd. Here comes Jay Webb. Hey, don't count Sparky out yet. He's fighting back on the outside for 3rd. Bill Sawyer, the leader last week, his car was really loose in qualifying, but the car seemed to dial right in the main event, and he took home the checkered flag, his second of 1999. Halfway in this second qualifier. Tabor Gagne continues to hold down the second spot. He's 4 car lengths behind Sawyer. Then it's 4 car lengths back to Berserko Becker in the 25. 4th, Jay Webb in the 50. And LePan rounds out the top 5. 6th is Dave Warren. 7th, Toby Ebersol. 8th is Jerry Winch. And Jamie Begor is 9th in the 19. Well, Bill Sawyer looking to make a statement here in this qualifier. Clearly another strong run for Sawyer in the 39. 2 to go. Sawyer now by about 8 car lengths on Tabor Gagne, the same margin back to Becker in the 25. Here comes Jay Webb. Webb to the outside of Becker into turn number 4. He's sideways down the front stretch. The white flag is on the field. We got a good race for spots 3, 4, and 5. Jay Webb trying to get it done to the outside of Joe Becker. Good run last time into 3 and 4 for Webb. Can he make the pass? Checkered flag for Bill Sawyer. Second to Tabor Gagne. Here comes the race for third. Down to the stripe. Joe Becker hangs on the inside. Jay Webb gets fourth in the 50. And fifth goes to Sparky LePan in the 75.
Airborne backstretch for their first qualifying action of the evening. Here's your starting lineup for qualifier number 1. Starting on the pole, driving car number 4, it's Rich Agony Sr. Outside row number 1. In car number 31, it's Beaver Farnsworth. 2 rows back, car number 15 on the inside for Todd Thu. And on the outside, driving car number 86, Kirk Bushy. Row number 3, inside, car number 13 for Louis Bonnell, the all-time winningest driver in this strictly street division. And on the outside, driving car number 65, it's Mike Terry. Row number 4, on the inside, car number 8, it says the G-Man on the side. No, it's not Gordon Liddy, it's Mickey DeVino in car number 8. And on the outside, in car number 28, it's Joe Dumas. John Winterbottom in the 18 scratches from this first qualifying event. All right, it's Agony and Farnsworth off turn 4 to the green. Flag is out. And I watched this 4-car in practice. Much better in turn 2, although that time he might not have shown it. On the inside, Todd Thu in the 15. Outside, Rich Agony in the 4. Uh-oh, too high. Well, it wasn't turn 2. These 2 cars are hooked up. Caution flag is out. We got Louie and Todd Thu barreling down the front stretch. They better cop to it and get on the binders. Everybody please stay back away from Elvis turns out the lights in the Bill McBride pace car. And we're going to go green flag racing this time by. This time it's Todd Thu in the 15 on the inside.
28.
And the 28, Joe Dumas. He started 8th. He's now 2nd. Here they come. Green is out. Dumas on the outside grabs the lead. Thu back to 2nd. He's going to make a charge on the inside as they race into turn 3. Louie moves up on the outside. They're going to go 3 wide. Thu grabs the lead, and Louie takes 2nd. Here he comes for the lead. Well, Todd Thu says, no, you don't. You're not going to get by me easy.
I'm telling you, he has everything.
Louie is not done yet. He'll take 1 more charge. This time he looks to the inside, but Thu's riding right in the middle. And he pays him back! Here comes Louie! Caution flag is out! And Louie says if you're going to run, then we may have action at the back. We've got Stone Cold in the 15 and the Undertaker in the 13. Ready to go. Well, look at Todd Thu. He's sneaking up already. He's past the G-Man. Here comes Louie. Don't count out Louie. Now what is he doing now?
Hey!
Look at this! How could you possibly think you could get away with that? And he has the audacity to stay up there.
Uh-oh.
Now Michael is getting a bit perturbed in the flag stand. He said, stop! What are you doing? Are you nuts? And Elvis has got to come back. That's all we need is Elvis out. Now let's see what happens this time. You can rest assured that Todd Thu won't do that again. Now Louis may try it this time. He only picked up 2 spots. That's okay. Now he's going to go to the outside. Look at this. He's doing it again. We're under green. All right, going to make a G-man sandwich. Oh, no. They're side by side again. Louis is going to drive away this time. Up front, Mike Terry, 65. He grabs the lead. Joe Dumas is second. Louis all the way up to third. Fourth spot runs the Beeve. Rich Agony Sr. runs fifth. Todd Thu's up to sixth. Moving up on the outside. No, now he's going back on the outside. There goes the 4. Must be turn 2. No, he hold it. Held on to it. Good job. Mike Terry starts to pull away from Louis. If there's anybody that can run him down, it's Louis. He'll give it the best shot. As he picks up speed, more smoke comes out of the back end of the 13. He's going to run out of time. Mike Terry's going to win it. Louis Manel comes home second. Joe Dumas third. Fourth spot goes to Todd Thu. Fifth spot goes to the 31 of Beaver Farnsworth. Starting on the pole, driving car number 71, it's Wayne Stoll. Outside in car number 1, Lee Rye. Row number 2 on the inside, Don Bushy in the 17. And on the outside, it's Dale Terry in car number 64. 3 rows back on the inside, John Hayes in the 48, and Dan Rye outside in car number 6. Next in line, Mark Bonnell inside, row number 4 in car number 3. On the outside, Dan Turner in the 57. Shotgun on the field, Randy Ledoux in car number 41. Nine Strickleys to battle it out for 6 laps on the Airborne half mile. Wayne Stoll and Lee Rye, your front row as we get ready to go with qualifier number 2. Up with the pace, off, turn 4, the green is out. Dan Turner makes a 3-wide move into turn 1. He'll look to gain spots on the outside. But the 1 car is dropping back. Lee Rye. Rye with trouble on that 1 car. Started outside row 1. He's lost 5 spots in just the first lap. Up front, it's Wayne Stoll in the 71. Look out! Dan Turner goes around, gets into the side of Lee Rye. Both those 2 cars go around, and Rye's car number 1's not moving anywhere. Now Rye's got the 1 fired, and he looks like he may be content to just take it back to the garage area. Up front, it's Wayne Stoll, 71. Here comes John Hayes on the inside. Stoll slams the door as they're halfway. John Hayes right on the back bumper will look to the outside. Here comes Don Bushy. He's a threat in the 17 car. He runs in that third spot. This time by 2 to go. Hayes now on the outside of Wayne Stoll. He'll look to move up as they race it up the backstretch. But Stoll remains strong in the 71 car. Hayes now half a car length behind as they come into turn 4. White flag is out. Wayne Stoll trying to hang on. John Hayes right on his back bumper. Don Bushy not all that far behind. John Hayes is running out of time. Right now he might just have to try and hold on to second. Here they come. Off turn 4 to be Wayne Stoll to win it all. John Hayes gets to the second spot. Don Bushy third. Fourth spot, the 64 of Dale Terry. And rounding out the top 5, Dan Rye in car number 6. Strictly qualifier. Here they come for the third Strictly qualifier. On the pole in car number 69, it's Don Franklin. Outside, car number 72, Rich Agony Jr. Row number 2 on the inside, Mike Wells in the 76. And Jim Webb outside in car number 5. 3 rows back, Greg Walcott in the 24. And Steve Benoit in car number 14. Row number 4 on the inside, it's Kerry Longley in car number 68. And on the outside, the 19 of Jason Bonnet. Shotgun on the field, Scott Reynolds in the General Lee. Six laps, 9 cars ready to do battle. Don Franklin, Rich Agony, off turn 4, the green is out. Side by side battle for the lead. Franklin drifts up a bit, gets the lead. Here comes Mike Wells in the second. Agony will settle into the third spot with the 72 car. Good battle for fourth on the outside. Jim Webb moves up. Bonnet comes down the middle. Benoit on the inside. Change in the top spot. Here comes Mike Wells. Looks inside Don Franklin, and Wells will be your new leader. Franklin is back to second. Now Agony looks to move through on the inside. He challenges Don Franklin for that second spot. 3 wide move, 4 wide now for Kerry Longley. Four wide might work in the street stocks, not in the Strickleys. Now Franklin's going to be caught on the far outside and he backs off. That leaves the inside to Agony, outside to Bonnet as they battle for the second spot. Mike Wells playing catch me if you can up front. The battle is on for second. Outside Bonnet. Agony battles right back inside in the 72. They're going to be side by side in the white flag. Now Bonnet will take the second spot as they go into turn 2. Agony solid in the third spot. Benoit runs fourth. Jim Webb will try to take that spot away. And again, Longley takes a shot at the far outside. Here they come. Checkered flag falls. Mike Wells wins it. Jason Bonnet second. Third spot goes to the 72 of Rich Agony. Jim Webb gets fourth in the 5. And fifth spot goes to the 14 for Steve Benoit. Street stock qualifying. Car number 40 on the pole. It's David Lacroix. Jimmy Moore outside. 37. Row number 2 on the inside. Mike Seymour in the 61. Scott Paye outside in the 25. Third row, it's Kevin Dumas in the 51 and Chris Kaye in car number 18. Row number 4 on the inside, Brian Chris in the 98, Mike Wright in the 24. Next in line, it's the 78 of Jeff Fay, Aaron Maynard in the 16, and Malcolm Woodward will be driving car number 72 this evening. All right, it's Lacroix and Moore ready for the green. We're going to go 3 wide, looks like in at turn number 2. As the 51 of Kevin Dumas tries to split the difference as they move it up the backstretch. Mike Wright with troubles on the 24 car. Listen to that car as he goes into turn 4. Up front, Jimmy Moore in the 37 is your leader. David Lacroix second. Dumas on the outside looks to take a shot. And Dumas will take the second spot. Look at the battle heating up for the 4th spot. Chris Kaye moves up on the outside, takes 4th. 5th spot goes to the 61 of Mike Seymour. Brian Chris is on the move in the 98. Here comes Dumas on the inside, the 51 car. He's going to take the lead off turn 4. Halfway this time by. Kevin Dumas, Jimmy Moore, David Lacroix, Chris Kaye, and Brian Chris. They run in scoreboard position, but here comes Chris on the inside in the 98. He'll look to move up a spot. Throw a blanket on those 5 cars battling for the 3rd spot. Here comes Chris on the inside and Kaye on the outside as they look to get around the 40 car of David Lacroix. They are leaning on each other. No prisoners being taken tonight. Up front, Kevin Dumas is running away. Jimmy Moore second. The 25 of Scott Paye looks to be third. He's got to face a challenge from Mike Wright. Dumas wins it. Moore second. Paye holds on to third. 4th spot to the 24 of Mike Wright. And Mike Seymour rounds out the top 5 in the 61. All right, here's your starting lineup for the second street stock qualifier. Starting on the pole, in car number 23, it's Don Fanuff. Outside, the 46 for Claude Bouchard. Row number 2 on the inside. We're told he's 18 years old today. Chris LeVere in car number 70 starts 3rd. Outside, Rick Holmes in car number 64 will be 4th. Row number 3 on the inside, Jimmy Varno in the 68. And on the outside, the 03 of Ben Huff. 4 rows back on the inside, Kenny Misek in the 93. Outside, Kevin Campbell in the 53. Shotgun on the field goes to Fast Eddie Patterson in the 27.
Fast Eddie Keenan.
They pick up the pace off turn 4. Green, fly is out. Fanuff on the inside, opens up 3 car lengths. Here comes Ben Huff looking to move through on the inside, not going to happen. LeVere slams the door and he'll take second. While Claude Bouchard caught on the outside in the 46. Bouchard going for a ride. He's going to drop to the back of the pack. And now the battle for second involves Ben Huff on the inside and Chris LeVere on the outside. Huff will grab second. And now Huff will set his sights on trying to run down the leader, Don Fanuff in the 23. The birthday boy runs third. Fourth goes to the 53 of Kevin Campbell. Rick Holmes is fifth. It did not take long for Ben Huff to catch the 23. He moves right into the back bumper as they race into turn 3. He looks to the inside. Funoff says not this time. Two to go, and the 23 car sounds like he's developing a miss. Ben Huff now looks to the outside. And it'll be Don Funoff inside, Ben Huff on the outside. This time by the white flag is out. Funoff still holds on to a car length advantage. Huff will have to get it done on the outside. He moves right alongside as they go into 3. Funoff on the inside, Huff on the outside. Down the stretch they come. It's Funoff. It's Huff. Who do you like? It's Ben Huff at the line to win it. Ben Huff wins it by the length of the front bumper as Don Funoff will have to settle for second. Third qualifier for the street stocks. Starting on the pole. Driving car number 04, it's Jim Bushy. Outside, row number 1, car number 29 for Mike Kinsman. 2 rows back on the inside, the 36 for Terry Bishaw. And on the outside, it's the Chooch, Charlie Farnsworth, in car number 75. Row number 3, inside. Driving car number 82. That's Curtis LaGrave, 82, renumbered 72 this evening. Ralph Coda in the 17. The 59 of Skip Liberty, Ron Lowell in the 28. Jerry Nelson in the 12, and Bubba Hickory back at Airborne in car number 6. Here they come. They'll look for the green from Mike Wilder, who says, go! When Mike said go, Mike Kinsman got up and went. He grabs the lead from the outside post and opens up quickly on Jim Bushy. Good battle, though, for the third spot. Terry Bishaw inside, the Chooch on the outside. The 72, Curtis LaGrave, moves up on the outside, and he's going to challenge the 36 of Terry Bishaw. Kinsman, trouble on the 09, he's off the pace. Here comes the 04, Jim Bushy outside. He'll grab the lead. Look out, Elvis. Bushy is your leader. Terry Bishaw second, and Skip Liberty is up to third. Curtis LaGrave is fourth. The Chooch runs fifth, and Bubba is sixth. This time by 2 to go. Can they run down Jim Bushy in the 04? I think they might have a shot. Here comes Liberty on the outside. Terry Bishaw hangs tough on the inside. Here comes LaGrave in the 72. White flag will fall this time. Jim Bushy trying to hold on. Look out! There goes Terry Bishaw. He goes around in the 36. Curtis LaGrave now runs in second. Bubba's up to third in the 6. down the stretch. Checkered flag falls for Jim Bushy in the 04. Curtis LaGrave comes home second in the new 72. Third spot, the 59 of Skip Liberty. Bubba Hickory fourth. And the Chooch rounds out your top 5. Sportsmen roll out into the backstretch for their qualifying action this evening, and here's Rob to tell you about it.
All right, we'll pick up the pace as Airborne's top weekly racing division, the late model Sportsman automobiles, make their way onto the Airborne half mile for qualifier number 1 of the evening for the late model Sportsman automobiles. Here's the field. Starting on the pole, he's from Saranac, New York, picked up his first win a couple of weeks back in the 03. It's Chris Loudenshots. Outside Loudenshots from Plattsburgh, driving car number 69. It's the Trombley Construction Ford Taurus for Corey Trombley. Back to row number 2 on the inside, the third starting spot from Essex Junction, Vermont, in the Vermont Central Vacuum Chevrolet Monte Carlo. It's Dave Whitcomb. And outside Whitcomb, driving car number 17. It's the Chevrolet Monte Carlo for Bucko Branham. Fifth on the grid, driving car number 42 from Alberg, Vermont. It's Tony Poisson. And outside Poisson picked up win number 1 of 1999 last week, his 7th career late model Sportsman victory. From Plattsburgh in car number 79, it's Wild Bill Fountain. Fountain to start 6th in this first qualifier. 7th on the grid from Charlotte, Vermont, driving car number 13, it's Rich Lowry. And outside Lowry, starting 8th from Shelburne, Vermont, in the Ireland Concrete Chevrolet Monte Carlo, Jamie Fisher. 9th on the grid, driving car number 61, had a great run last week, a top 3 performance. From Plattsburgh, it's Robin Wood. And shotgun on the field in the Jefford Steel and Engineering Chevrolet Lumina, car number 24 for Bernie Blair. 10 cars to run 10 laps in this first late model Sportsman qualifier. Chris Loudenshots and Corey Trombley will bring them down to the stripe. Dave Whitcomb and Bucko Branham in row 2. Poisson and Fountain in row 3. Lowry and Fisher, row 4. Then it's Wood and Blair, row 5. Here they come. Green flag is out. Chris Loudenshots with a good jump on the inside. Puff of smoke comes from the 03. No problems. He powers down the backstretch. Dave Whitcomb into the second spot. That inside line moving through. Look out. We got a spin. Robin Wood in the 61 loops it. Wood keeps the car fired, will stay under green. Corey Trombley's going backwards in the 69. All the cars on the inside lane move through. Loudenshots the leader, Dave Whitcomb in pursuit. Third is Tony Poisson. Poisson with a peek to the outside of Dave Whitcomb for the second spot. Whitcomb trails Chris Loudenshots by 5 car lengths. Fourth is Rich Lowry in the 13. Bill Fountain is 5th in the 79. Bucko Branham runs 6th. See some of the fiberglass flapping on the left side of Jamie Fisher's hood. You'll notice that as he drives into turn number 4. Loudenshots continues to show the way over David Whitcomb. Chris Loudenshots started on the pole looking to take it green to checkers. Dave Whitcomb trying to close, but it's not happening. Loudenshots still with a 5 car length advantage as we're halfway. Tony Poisson running strong in the 42. Just as I say that, he drifts high into 2, opening the door for Rich Lowry. Lowry closing in on the 3rd spot. Bill Fountain still running 5th. Bucko Branham right there in 6th. Jamie Fisher is 7th. Chris Loudenshots has led by 5 car lengths since the first or second lap. Dave Whitcomb has not been able to close. Tony Poisson running 3rd, 2 car lengths behind Whitcomb. Jamie Fisher running side by side with Bucko Branham at the rear. They race for the 7th spot. Branham is 6th. Fisher is 7th in the 18. 2 laps to go. Chris Loudenshot's driving the 0-3 smooth around the Airborne half mile. Dave Whitcomb has not been able to eat into that margin at all, and Loudenshot sees the white flag. Down the backstretch, one final time for the Saranac, New York driver. Loudenshot drives it into turn number 3. Tony Poisson tries to close for second, but it's over for the win. It's Chris Loudenshot. Dave Whitcomb second, Tony Poisson third, Rich Lowry fourth. Billy Fountain drives the 79 home to 5th. 6th to Bucko Branham. 7th to Jamie Fisher. Corey Trombley is 8th. 9th to Robin Wood, and Bernie Blair 10th. Second qualifier on the speedway. And here's the field. Starting on the pole from Williston, Vermont, it's the Skidoo Pontiac Grand Prix for Gary Cunningham. Outside Cunningham, driving car number 77, it's the Labatt Blue Pontiac Grand Prix for Scott Dragon. Inside row number 2, third starting spot goes to car number 34 and Brent Dragon out of Milton, Vermont. Outside Brent, driving car number 71, the defending track champion from Shelburne, Vermont, Chris Fisher. The points leader starts 5th, driving the Goss Dodge Avenger from Colchester, Vermont. It's Brian Hoare in car number 45. And outside Hoare in the 76, also from Colchester, it's Steve Renadette. 7th on the grid, he's 2nd in points out of St. Denis, Quebec. It's Patrick LaPearl in the 01 Quebec. Outside LaPearl in the 64 is Jeff King. Final row on the inside, it's car number 98 for Jim Mason. And shotgun in the 63 is Dan Casey. Here comes the field, and we're racing. Gary Cunningham on the inside, Scott Dragon on the outside. Here comes cousin Brent Dragon to the inside of Scott. Brent and Scott Dragon racing side by side into turn number 4. Brent Dragon on the inside, Scott Dragon on the outside. Door handle racing for second here at Airborne. Brent Dragon looking to move through. Cousin Scott not about to give up, easy on the outside. He fights back into turn number 4. Throw a blanket on the battle for second. Running right behind the 2 Dragons is Brian Hoare. Here comes Hoare to the inside of Scott Dragon. Scott Dragon with a bobble on the outside into 2. Brent drives through, and so does Brian Hoare up to 3rd. There's a touch in turn number 4. Here comes Patrick LaPearl. Patrick LaPearl up to the 4th spot. Steve Renadette looking to move through as well. He wants 5th. He's got it. Scott Dragon back to 6th. Chris Fisher looking to follow through in the same hole. Scott Dragon taking the A train backwards on the outside. He finally gets the car down to the inside groove, but it cost him several spots. He's all the way back to 6th. Brent Dragon had a good run last week, a top 3 run for Brent, his best of 1999 in pursuit of Gary Cunningham. Halfway. Dragon bobbled high off of turn number 4. Here comes the points leader. Brian Hoare in the 45 is up to 2nd. He runs down Gary Cunningham quickly into turn number 4. Brian Hoare is on the move in the 45. Cunningham by half a car length. Patrick LaPearl looking to the inside of Brent Dragon for the 3rd spot. LaPearl in the 01 has 3rd. Steve Renadette looks to move up as well. He'll get 4th. Chris Fisher right behind. He looks for the 5th spot. Brent Dragon stuck on the outside. He's loose and going backwards. 2 to go. Gary Cunningham tries to hold off the top runner in this division in 1999. Brent Dragon slow off of 2. Scott back to the inside. The Cousins will battle for 6th. White flag is out for Gary Cunningham. Brian Orr, does he have a last lap pass off of turn number 4? Let's watch. He looks to the outside, pulls even into 3. Brian Orr drifts high into 4. Cunningham back on the inside. He's going to win it. Gary Cunningham wins. Brian Orr second. Patrick LaPearl third. Fourth to Steve Renadet. Fifth to Chris Fisher in the 71. Semi-feature time for the Flying Tiger Division. Bonus points on the line. Some of the top runners get a chance to come out and improve their position in the 1999 Flying Tiger Airborne point standings. Here's the field for this Tiger semi-feature. Starting on the pole out of Fairfield, Vermont on the 61, it's Dave Wilcox. Outside Wilcox in car number 95 from Plattsburgh, it's Big George White. Row number 2 on the inside, third starting spot from Colchester, Vermont, it's Mark Germain. Outside Germain in car number 45 from Burlington, John Langlois. Back to row number 3 on the inside. Fifth starting spot goes to car number 39 from Milton, Vermont. It's Bill Sawyer. And outside Sawyer at car number 17 from St. Albans, Vermont, Tabor Gagne. Back to row number 4 on the inside. Seventh starting spot goes to car number 25 from Underhill, Vermont. It's Joe Bazergo Becker. And shotgun on the field from Milton, Vermont, driving car number 50, Jay Webb. 8 cars, 8 laps, Tiger semi-feature. Bonus points as they pick it up into turn number 4. Green flag is out. Dave Wilcox and George White off of 2 down the backstretch. Wilcox sticks the nose out in front. He'll pull through to the inside in the lead. White fighting back. Here comes the 35 for Mark Germain. Good battle near the front for spots 2, 3, and 4. George White drives it wide into turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch. Germain driving through. Here comes Wild Bill Sawyer in the 39. Sawyer looking to grab third away from George White. They're side by side into 4. Jay Webb with a move to the outside. Here comes Tabor Gagne. Gagne to the inside of John Langlois. Langlois trying to hang on to that spot. Cut it down right on the 25 of Joe Becker. Becker had to get heavy onto the binders to avoid major contact. Fairfield, Vermont's Dave Wilcox shows the way in this semi-feature. Mark Germain running second. Bill Sawyer is third. Here comes Sawyer to the inside. Sawyer off of 2 down the backstretch looking to grab the second spot. Sawyer in the 39 looking to pick up where he left off last week, trying to get back to the front in this semi-feature. Black flag was out for Joe Becker's number 25. Becker will take it back to the garage area. As the battle is on for third, Tabor Gagne to the inside of Mark Germain in car number 35 for the third spot. Germain right up to the wall. Tabor moves through. He's up to third. John Langlois looks to do the same. He'll get fourth away from Mark Germain. Germain right up to the front stretch wall last time off of turn 4, trying to get as much as he can out of that car down the front stretch. 2 to go. Wilcox with a little bobble into 2. It opens the door for Bill Sawyer. Sawyer closes right under the rear bumper down the backstretch. Now Bill Sawyer with a peek to the outside, gets it back down to the inside of turn number 4. Wilcox will have to hold him off with a white flag out. Wilcox back to the inside, the perfect slingshot move, fake tie, drove it down low to the inside. He's got the lead. Bill Sawyer to the inside of Wilcox is the new leader. Wilcox now will try to hang on to second. Here comes Tabor Gagne. Contact of a 4. Checkered flag for Sawyer. Gagne is second. Wilcox third. Fourth to Langlois. And fifth to Big George White in the 95.
Here's your starting lineup. Starting on the pole, driving car number 23. It's Don Fadoff outside the 04. Jim Bushy. 2 rows back on the inside, Jimmy Moore in the 37. On the outside, the 46 of Claude Bouchard. 3 rows back, Mike Seymour in the 61, Chris LeVere in the 70. Row number 4 on the inside to 25, Scott Paye. Outside, Terry Bishaw, 36. Fifth row, Kevin Dumas in the 51. And on the outside, I believe that's the 68 of Jim Varno.
Yep.
6 rows back on the inside, it's the Chooch, Charlie Farnsworth. Chris K.A. on the outside in the 18 car. 7 rows back, the 03, that's Ben Huff. Outside, 82, renumbered 72, but still scored as 82, Curtis LaGrave. Did you get that? Next in line, the 98 of Brian Chris. The 52 car for Mike Holmes. Ralph Cota in the 17. Mike Wright, 24. Kevin Campbell in the 53. The 59 of Skip Liberty. Ron Lowell in the 28. Jeff Fay in the 78. Fast Eddie in the 27. Jerry Nelson in the 12. The 16 car.
Maynard.
Adam Maynard. Bubba Hickory at the back in the 6. Here they come. 20 lap green flag is out. On the inside, the 23, Don Phaneuf grabs the top spot. Jimmy Moore in the 37, he got a little squirrely going into the turn. He's going to drop in a second. Not for long. Here comes Bushy on the outside. The 82, renumbered 72, but scored 82. Gets spun around, and he's got it refired. He'll be a long ways back. Don Phaneuf is your leader. How about that? There goes the 72, renumbered 82, but scored 72. Forget it. Adam Maynard goes around to the 16. Don Phaneuf is your leader in the 23. Jimmy Moore. Jim Bushing continue to battle it out for second. The Chooch is up to 4th. Paye and K.A. battle for 5th. Claude Bouchard 6th. Terry Bishaw 7th. Jim Varno's 8th. Dumas runs 9th. And Brian Chris is 10th. Caution flag is out. Got some tires on the front stretch. This should be interesting. Can they avoid them all? Nope. The 78 car of Jeff Fay went. And we're going to go with some green flag racing. Don Phaneuf with the 23, Jimmy Moore in the 37. The 04, Jim Bushy. And the Chooch is all the way up to 4th. He started 15th, he's now 4th. Maybe Tina is bringing us ice cream. Tina, did you bring any ice cream? But she's not listening. All right, they pick up the pace as they come in at 4. They'll look for the green, and we're underway. Jimmy Moore goes high in the 37. He'll kick up the dust and lose at least 6 spots. The Chooch is now 2nd. We got a car that's come to a halt in turn 2. That may force a yellow. Now he's got it refired. Here comes the Chooch. And Choo Choo Charlie, fresh from the Farm and Garden Report, is now your leader. The 23 of Don Phaneuf is back to 2nd. Jim Bushy 3rd. Here comes Chris K.A. on the outside. Good battle heating up for that fourth spot. KA charging on the outside, but getting out in front of him is Bishaw. They're going to try to get by the 04 of Bushing. Look at the Chooch pull away. He leads this freight train by 8 car lengths now over Don Faduff. There'll be a party in Mineville tonight if this stays the way it is. Choo Choo Charlie. Don Faduff second. Outside Terry Bishaw still trying to take third. Bishaw and Bushy have been battling side by side for the last 5 laps. Halfway this time by. Keep an eye on some of the cars toward the back. Skip Liberty has now worked his way into the top 10. They're 3 wide in front of him. But Liberty now runs in the 10th spot. There goes Bubba. Bubba spins the 6. He'll try to get it refired. Choo Choo says, thank you very much. I don't want a caution. Skip Liberty trying to work his way through on the inside. Ben Huff on the move in the 03. He has now worked his way into 6th and continues to move up on the outside. Laps down, 7 laps remain for Choo Choo Charlie Farnsworth. No longer caboose, he's the engine. And unless we get a caution, forget about it. Farnsworth masterfully working by the slower automobiles. He's got himself about a 2-turn advantage over Terry Bishaw. Couple of spinners in turn 3. Varno goes around, as does Curtis LaGrave. Caution flag is out. Caution on the speedway. So the caution on the speedway for the 68 of Jimmy Varno. The next event on the speedway will be a late model Sportsman semi-feature. That will be followed by intermission and the poster contest. So here we go. The Chooch and Terry Bishaw. They're not running side by side because you got a lap car on the outside. But here they come, 4 laps to decide a winner. And the Chooch is pulling away again. Bishaw tries to get on the inside of Bubba Hickory. Bishaw will have to settle to hold on to second. Kevin Campbell on the outside, moving up in the 53. Ralph Cota on the 17. He'll look to take third spot away. This time by the popsicle stick shot from Mike Wilder. 2 to go. Side by side battle for third, and on the outside, Cota takes third. Here comes Campbell right back on the inside. White flag is out. Choo Choo Charlie's gonna win it. Terry Bishaw will be second. The battle is on for third. Checkered flag falls for the Choo Choo Charlie Farnsworth. Terry Bishaw comes home second. Third spot to 53 of Kevin Campbell. Fourth spot goes to the 17 of Ralph Cota. And Ben Huff will round out the top 5.
Semi-feature time for the late model Sportsman automobiles. Bonus points on the line. Here's the field. On the pole in the 03 from Saranac, it's Chris Loutenshots. Outside in the 25 from Essex Junction, Vermont, Dave Whitcomb. Starting third from Alberg, Vermont. In the 42, it's Tony Poisson. Outside in the 13 from Charlotte, Vermont, Rich Lowry. Gary Cunningham starts fifth in the 01. He's from Williston. Outside in the 45 from Colchester, Brian Hoare. Starting seventh in the 76 from Colchester, it's Steve Renadette. And shotgun on the field from St. Denis, Quebec, Patrick Leperle. Here they come. Green flag is out. Good start for Chris Loutenshots on the inside. Tony Poisson looking to move to the inside of Dave Whitcomb for second. He will. Whitcomb trying to hang on to the third spot. Fights back into 3 and 4. Here comes Poisson back to the inside. Chris Loutenshots has a car length advantage on Tony Poisson. Gary Cunningham's going to move through on the inside. He's up to third. Steve Renadette sees the hole in front, looks to move to the inside of Dave Whitcomb as well. Chris Loutenshots looking for a triple crown tonight. Won the qualifier, looking to take home the checkered flag in the semi-feature. And he's almost halfway there. Tony Poisson, half a car length behind Loutenshots. Then it's a car length back to Gary Cunningham. Off turn number 2. The top 2 cars are pulling away from Gary Cunningham. Cunningham holds down third. A fast Steve Renadette looks to find a way around Cunningham to get that third spot. Halfway. Points leader Brian Hoare mired in the 7th spot, taking a peek to the outside of Patrick Leperle, but the 45 not able to make it stick on the outside in turn number 2. Hoare back down to the inside, right behind Leperle. They run nose to tail. Loutenshots still a car length on Tony Poisson. Then 3 car lengths back to Gary Cunningham. Cunningham has Steve Renadette right in his rearview mirror, and Dave Whitcomb runs 5th. 2 laps to go for Loutenshots. The K&L Plumbing and Heating Chevrolet Monte Carlo leading the way in his qualifier, leading the way in the semi-feature as he races off of turn number 4 to the white flag. Let's see if Tony Poisson has anything for him. Loutenshots drifted high last time off of turn number 4. Poisson tried to pull on the inside but couldn't do it. Here they come. Into turn number 4. Checkered flag to be unfurled for Chris Loutenshots. Poisson second. Third, Cunningham. Renadette fourth. Dave Whitcomb 5th in car number 25. Tiger 50 Series. Rick mentioned earlier, Cooper McCritchie has been outsworn. They'll be back to go at it again next week. But we got a little business to settle here first as they'll run their main event for this Saturday night. All right, here's the field. Starting on the pole in the 61, it's Dave Wilcox. Outside Wilcox in the 68 from Plattsburgh, Kevin Sorrell. In car number 95, starting third, also from Plattsburgh, it's Big George White. And outside White in car number 34 from Plattsburgh, Jerry Winch. Fifth on the grid from Shelburne, Vermont, in car number 24, it's Steve Fisher. Outside Fisher in car number 35 from Colchester, Mark Germain. Starting seventh in car number 4 from Waterbury, Vermont, it's Doug Murphy. Outside Murphy in the 45 from Burlington, John Langlois. Ninth on the grid in the 75 is the points leader from Highgate Center, Vermont, it's Sparky LePan. Outside LePan, he's the man who's been on the move in this division from St. Albans, Vermont, car number 17 for Tabor Gagne. Next on the grid in the 39 from Milton, Vermont, it's Bill Sawyer. Outside Sawyer in the 82, Toby Ebersol. Berserko Joe Becker starts car number 25. Outside Becker in the 42 is Dave Warren. Then it's Jay Webb in car number 50. Car number 7 for Bruce Talley. Then it's the 56 for Craig Bushy. Outside Bushy in the 19, Jamie Begor. And shotgun on the field, car number 8 for Jim McComb. Here they come. Green flag is out. Dave Wilcox in the 61, out in front, down the backstretch. Here comes George White. White to the inside of Kevin Sorrell is up to second. Steve Fisher looking to the same hole, looks to move through up to third. They box it around behind the leaders. Wilcox leads. White is second. Steve Fisher third. Here comes Doug Murphy in the 4. Car 4 has 4. Mark Germain in a can to the inside. Look out! Contact up at turn number 4. Mark Germain involved. Kevin Sorrell involved. The points leader. Sparky LePan? No, it's John Langlois pulling away in the 45. John Langlois was involved. All right, lights are down atop the Bill McBride Chevrolet Monte Carlo pace car. And we're set for a restart. One lap is complete. And it's going to be Dave Wilcox and George White bringing them down to the start-finish line. Here they come. Green flag is out. Off turn number 2, Dave Wilcox back into the front. Here comes Steve Fisher. Fisher in the 24 looks to move to the inside of George White. They're side by side into 3. Door handle to door handle racing off of turn number 4 down the front stretch. Steve Fisher into second. George White trying to hang on to the outside. He drifts high off of 2, they're 3 wide. Doug Murphy backs out of it in the 4. Here comes LePan. LePan in the 75 is up to third. White still trying to make it work. Look out! John Langlois spins into turn number 4. Everybody manages to avoid Langlois. The 45 running at the front of the pack spins in front of virtually the entire field, and everybody avoids him. Great job. Will stay under green. Down the backstretch, Dave Wilcox has Steve Fisher in tow. Battle for third between the top 2 point men. Bill Sawyer to the inside of Sparky LePan. He's got him. Sawyer appeared to have him on the inside on the front stretch, the same down the backstretch. Sparky LePan and Bill Sawyer, 2 of the top runners in the division, battling side by side for third. Sawyer has third. Dave Wilcox by half a car length over Steve Fisher. Bill Sawyer is on the move. He looks to the outside of Fisher, thinks better of it, cuts it back down to the inside. He'll ride on the rear bumper of Fisher for a few laps. 3 drivers nose to tail. Wilcox, Fisher, Sawyer. Then it's 2 car lengths back to the 75 and Sparky LePan. Wilcox the leader, Steve Fisher second, Bill Sawyer third. Sawyer losing a couple of car lengths to Steve Fisher that time, but he quickly pulls right back up on the 24. Sawyer again drifting high down the backstretch. The 39 driving a very high line down the front and backstretch, while the 61 and the 24 keep it down on the inside all the way around the Airborne half mile. Good battle for 6. Joe Becker is to the inside of Tabor Gagne. Becker has the 6th spot. 7th, Gagne. Wilcox the leader. Steve Fisher second. 3rd to Bill Sawyer. Sparky LePan 4th. Doug Murphy 5th. 6th is Becker. 7th, Tabor Gagne. George White is 8th. Toby Ebersol 9th. 10th is Craig Bushy. 11th is Jamie Begor. 12th is Mark Germain. And 13th is Kevin Sorrell, the 68. Steve Fisher looked to the outside of Dave Wilcox. Challenge for the lead as we approach the halfway mark. Fisher looked to the outside, brought it back down right behind. Here comes Sawyer again, halfway. Steve Fisher says it's time to run. He worked the outside. Bill Sawyer looks to the inside as they race down the backstretch into turn number 3. Top 7 cars, freight train around the Airborne half mile. Wilcox, Fisher, Sawyer, LePan, Murphy. The top 5 has not changed in the last 6 laps. 10 to go. Dave Wilcox trying to hold off Steve Fisher. Fisher with a peek to the inside as they race into turn number 3. Here they come off of 4. Down the front stretch. Wilcox still hangs on. Here comes Steve Fisher for the lead into turn number 3. Fisher trying to make a move to the inside of Wilcox for the lead. Wilcox tries to hang on. Back down to the inside, they touch. Dave Wilcox slamming the door on the right front of Steve Fisher. Wilcox still the leader. Steve Fisher had him on the inside, but he slammed the door and Fisher had to put on the brake. Can Dave Wilcox pull it off? If he does, he's holding off some real fast cars. We approach the 20-lap point as they race off of turn number 4. Dave Wilcox still holding off the bet. Steve Fisher in second, Bill Sawyer third, Sparky in fourth, Doug Murphy fifth, sixth is Becker, seventh Gagne, eighth White, ninth Ebersol, 10th is Begor. 5 to go. Wilcox drifts high. Will he close it this time? Steve Fisher drives through on the inside. Steve Fisher in the 24 is the new race leader. Fisher makes the pass on lap number 20. Sawyer is sideways off of 4. Dave Wilcox is now second. He'll have to hold off Bill Sawyer to grab that second spot. Sawyer looking to move up. Steve Fisher, 2 car lengths over the 61. Here comes Fisher off of 4, pulling away. Again, Wilcox drifting high into turn number 2. Slamming the door on Wild Bill Sawyer. Sawyer is 3rd. Sparky LePan is 4th. Here they come. 2 laps to go. Steve Fisher now by 5 car lengths. Bill Sawyer goes around. Sawyer spins to 39. Rear end went around on the second place point man. White flag is out. The battle between Becker and Gagne has been great the entire race. Becker back to the inside of Tabor Gagne. Here comes the field into turn number 4. One final time. Checkered flag. Steve Fisher. Dave Wilcox 2nd. Sparky 3rd. Doug Murphy 4th. Joe Becker 5th. 6th to Tabor Gagne. George White 7th. 8th to Toby Ebersol. 9th to Jamie Bigor. Mark Germain rounds out the top 10. All right, here's the field for tonight's 30-lap late model Sportsman main event. Looking for a triple crown, starting on the pole from Saranac, New York, driving the 03, it's Chris Loutenshots. Outside Loutenshots from Plattsburgh in car number 69, Corey Tremblay. Starting 3rd in car number 25 from Essex Junction, Vermont, it's David Whitcomb. Outside Whitcomb from Plattsburgh in car number 17, Bucko Branham. Starting 5th in the 42 from Alberg, Vermont, it's Tony Poisson. Outside Poisson in car number 13 from Charlotte, Vermont, Rich Lowry. 7th on the grid, driving car number 18 from Shelburne, Vermont, it's Jamie Fisher. Outside Fisher in car number 61 from Plattsburgh, Robin Wood. 9th on the grid from Williston, Vermont, in the 01, it's Gary Cunningham. Outside Cunningham, last week's winner from Plattsburgh, Wild Bill Fountain. Starting 11th from Milton, Vermont, in the 77, it's Scott Dragon. Outside Scott Dragon is cousin Brent Dragon in car number 34, also from Milton, Vermont. Next on the grid, 13th in car number 71, it's Chris Fisher. Outside Chris Fisher in 45 is Brian Hoare. Then it's car number 76 for Steve Renadette. The 01 Quebec for Patrick LaPearl. The 64 for Jeff King. The 98 is a scratch, Jim Mason. Dan Casey in the 63, and Bernie Blair in the 24 were under green. Late model main event, under green. Corey Tremblay bumped out of the way down the backstretch, 3 wide. Tremblay out of the racing groove. He's going to go from 2nd almost all the way to the rear. Chris Loutenshots leads David Whitcomb by a car length. Bucko Branham running on the outside. He races outside Jamie Fisher in the 4th spot. Fisher on the inside, Branham on the outside. The Goss Dodge Avenger of Brian Hoare goes for a spin to the front stretch infield. Hoare keeps it rolling. Will stay under green. Side by side battle for 5th. Gary Cunningham, Bucko Branham. Look out! Rich Lowry spins. Lowry hits the wall up in turn number 4. Caution, flag is out. Caution, flag out for Rich Lowry in the 13. Good news for Brian Hoare fans. He'll make up virtually half the track by virtue of that caution. Then it's Tony Poisson and Jamie Fisher. Fisher in the 18, running 4th. Gary Cunningham rounds out the top 5 in the 01 Vermont. 3 down in this 30-lap main event. Keep an eye on Brian Hoare coming out of the rear of the field. Here they come. Green flag is out. Contact up in turn 2. Bucko Branham goes around. Gary Cunningham involved. Another caution is out. Branham and Cunningham roll away. Time by. Bucko returning in the 17. Loutenshots the leader. Whitcomb running 2nd. Poisson 3rd. 4th, Jamie Fisher. Scott Dragon now 5th. Chris Fisher 6th. Steve Renadette 7th. Robin Wood 8th, Wild Bill Fountain 9th, and Brent Dragon rounds out the top 10. Bucko back in the 17. He'll pick up at the rear of the field. Dan Casey also back after the crew changed the right front tire on car number 63. Loughton Shots and Whitcomb will set the pace at the front of the field. Here they come. Into turn number 4. Down the front stretch. Green flag is out. Contact off of 2. Dave Whitcomb trying to fight on the outside and hang on to the second spot. Looking to take the lead away from Chris Loughton Shots. They race into 4. Loughton Shots back out in front. Whitcomb right behind. There goes Jamie Fisher. Fisher goes around on the 18. Robin Wood, no place to go. Caution flag is out once again. Hopefully next time by. Chris Loughton Shots and Dave Whitcomb, both drivers looking for their second win of 1999 on the front row. Then a couple of drivers looking for their first win in 1999, Tony Poisson and Scott Dragon. Here they come into turn number 4, and we're racing at Airborne. Down the backstretch, Chris Loughton Shots back in front. Here comes Tony Poisson. Poisson to the inside of Dave Whitcomb. Scott Dragon on the move as well. Dragon sideways into 4. He'll hang on to it as they race side by side for 4th. Dave Whitcomb in second. Tony Poisson is third. Chris Fisher 4th. Here comes Steve Renedette. Renedette to the inside of Scott Dragon for the 5th spot. Patrick LaPearl running to the outside of Bill Fountain. LaPearl sideways into 2. Almost loses the car. Good job to hang on by Patrick LaPearl. He'll lose 2 spots. Here comes Brian Hoare. Chris Fisher on the outside loose. Brian Hoare working the outside, but he's going to get hung up behind Chris Fisher. Bill Fountain up to 6th. Fisher running 7th. 8th is Brian Hoare. Patrick LaPearl is 9th. Chris Loughton Shots still by a car length on Dave Whitcomb. Whitcomb closes into 3 and 4. Tony Poisson is right there. Good action for spots 6, 7, and 8. Bill Fountain, Brian Hoare, and Chris Fisher putting on a whale of a battle for the 6th, 7th, and 8th spots. Brian Hoare moving through on the inside of Chris Fisher. Here comes Patrick LaPearl. LaPearl will look to the same hole. Chris Fisher hung out on the outside. He's going back to 9th. Patrick LaPearl is 8th. Here comes Bucko Branham. Branham tries to work into the top 10. With a tap on Gary Cunningham. Cunningham goes around. Caution flag is out. Caution out for Gary Cunningham. Cunningham pulling out right in front of the field with the caution out. Great main event of the evening. Chris Loughton Shots and Dave Whitcomb in row number 1. Tony Poisson, Steve Renedette in row 2. Scott Dragon, Bill Fountain, row 3. Brian Hoare, Chris Fisher in row number 4. Again, watch out for the 45. He's back to 7th. But some fast cars running in front of him. Patrick LaPearl is 9th. And Robin Wood 10th. Here they come. Loughton Shots, a good run down the front stretch. No. too good a run that time for Chris Loudenshots. Chief starter Mike Wilder says we'll try again. Loudenshots on the inside in the 0-3. Whitcomb on the outside in the 25. Loudenshots a winner 2 weeks back. Whitcomb a winner on opening day. Here they come. They'll try again. Green flag is out. Chris Loudenshots through on the inside. Tony Poisson back to the inside of Dave Whitcomb for second. Poisson has the nose in front of Whitcomb for the second spot. Scott Dragon moving through on the inside of Steve Renadette. Bill Fountain going backwards on the outside. 3 drivers on the outside, all losing spots. Whitcomb settles it down into third. He lost his spot. Steve Renadette trying to hang on to fifth. He was fourth. Bill Fountain was sixth. Top. Fountain goes around. Bill Fountain spinning the 79. Fountain parked over in turn number 2. Here comes the field. We'll stay under green. Down the backstretch, Chris Loudenshots, Tony Poisson working their way. Bill Fountain trying to stay on the lead lap. Running to the inside of Loudenshots. Halfway. Sparks from Robin Woods, number 61. Wood off the pace. Fountain now to the outside. Dave Whitcomb looking to move through. Tony Poisson lost several spots on the outside. Whitcomb second. Scott Dragon third. Brian Hoare fourth. Tony Poisson fifth. Chris Fisher sixth. Wood is parked at top turn 4, yellow. Caution flag out for Robin Wood in the 61. Wood was trailing Spark. Green flag racing next time by. Chris Loudenshots, the leader. Dave Whitcomb is second. Scott Dragon is third. Brian Hoare is fourth. Tony Poisson fifth. Chris Fisher sixth in the 71. Seventh, Steve Renadette. Bucko Branham back to 8th in car number 17. Good job by Bucko coming from the rear back to the 8th spot. Patrick LaPearl 9th in the 01. And running 10th, Rich Lowry in the 13. All right, here they come. Green flag is out. Good job by Brian Hoare on the outside of row number 2. He got down to the inside of Scott Dragon for third. Dragon not able to hang with Loudenshots on that restart. Brian Hoare moved to the inside. Here comes Hoare to the inside of Dave Whitcomb. Contact on the front stretch. Bucko Branham spins the 17. Patrick LaPearl to the infield as well. Branham will try to keep it rolling. 17 stays rolling. LaPearl parked in the infield. Still under green. Scott Dragon now to the inside of Dave Whitcomb for third. Chris Loudenshots leads. Brian Hoare a car length behind is second. Then it's 2 car lengths to Scott Dragon, who's running third. Dave Whitcomb is fourth. Chris Fisher is fifth. Tony Poisson sixth. Seventh, Steve Renadette, 10 to go. Jamie Fisher is 8th. Dan Casey 9th. Chris Loudenshots with a rear view mirror full of the 45. Can he hold them off? Dave Whitcomb has moved back to the inside of Scott Dragon. He's got third. Here comes Chris Fisher to the inside of Dragon for fourth. Brian Hoare looks to the outside. Perhaps a challenge for the lead. Chris Loutenshot going to have to hold off the best this division has to offer. Hoare is the points leader. Loutenshot's looking for win number 2 of 99. Drifting high off of 4. "23 laps are complete." Brian Hoare is right on that rear bumper. Loutenshot, little high off of 2. Hoare thought about a move to the inside but didn't make it. Off of turn number 4. 5 to go. Again, Brian Hoare with a peek to the inside, down the backstretch. Loutenshot closes the door. Hoare hard into turn number 3 to the outside. Drifting high into 4. It's not going to work. Loutenshot still the leader. The leaders approach Bucko Branham in the 17. Branham at the rear of the field lets the leaders race by to the inside. 3 to go. Loutenshot's by a car length over Brian Hoare. Those two are going to settle it because it's about 10 car lengths to Dave Whitcomb in third. 2 laps to go for Chris Loutenshot. Brian Hoare drifting high off of 2. A full car length and a half. Drives it hard into 3. White flag about to fly at Airborne half mile. Here comes Loutenshot's down the stripe. Off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch. Can Brian Hoare make the pass? Pulls up into 3. Checkered flag is about to fly. Here comes Brian Hoare. Drag race down to the stripe. Checkered flag. Chris Loutenshot wins. Brian Hoare second. Dave Whitcomb third. Chris Fisher fourth. Fifth to Scott Dragon. Tony Poisson sixth. Seventh to Steve Renanette.
Here is the starting lineup for the strictly main event. 20 laps, the scheduled distance. On the pole, driving car number 4, it's Rich Agony Sr. Outside, driving car number 31, it's Beaver Farnsworth. Row number 2 on the inside in the 15, it's Stone Cold Todd Thu. And on the outside, driving car number 86, Kirk Bushy. 3 rows back in the 65, Mike Terry. Outside the 71 of Wayne Stoll. 4 rows back, Lee Rye in the 1, and Don Bushy, another birthday driver in the 17. Row number 5 on the inside, it's The Undertaker, Louis Bonnell in the 13, and on the outside, Dale Terry in the 64. 6 rows back, John Hayes inside, 48, Dan Rye outside in the 6. 7 rows back, Mark Bonnell in the 3, and Dan Turner in the 57. 8 rows back, Donnie Franklin in the 69 and Rich Agony Jr. in the 72. 9 rows back, inside 76 of Mike Wells, outside the 5 of Jim Webb. 10 rows back, the 24 of Greg Walcott on the inside, Steve Benoit in the 14 on the outside. The 11th row on the inside, Kerry Longley in the 68 and Jason Bonnet in the 19. Row number 12 inside, Randy Ledoux in 41, Scott Reynolds in the 01. Your final row, Mickey Davino in the 8 and Joe Dumas in the 28. Will this be a slam bang affair like we saw throughout the qualifying? 20 laps will decide it. Agony Senior and the Beeve make up your front row, and here they come off turn 4, the green. Flag is out. Here comes Stone Cold. He takes the lead in the 15 car. Beaver runs second. Here comes Terry in the 65. Mike Terry will now take second. But they're all chasing Todd Thu in car number 15. And Louie is caught in traffic, and he's nowhere near. Three and four wide action in the middle of the pack as the battle heats up to move into the top 10, while the top 3 cars have pulled away from the Beeve, who runs fourth. Don Bushy on the outside now looks to challenge for the second spot. Bushy and Mike Terry are side by side for second, all trying to chase down Todd Thu in the 15. Don Bushy now moves right onto the back bumper of Todd Thu. Louie has worked his way up to 6th as he looks to close in on the top 3 cars. They will complete lap number 6 this time. Here's the field rundown. Todd Thu is first. Don Bushy second. Mike Terry third. Kirk Bushy fourth. Dale Terry fifth. Louie Bonnell on the outside is sixth, but not for long. He's going 3 wide. Wayne Stoll is seventh. Dan Turner eighth. Dan Rye ninth. Mike Wells is 10th. And back up front, it's still Todd Thu, but here comes Bushy on the inside. Thu slams the door. Now Thu slowly works around the Mickey DeVino, number 8, caught in behind, and now he's got to make a move because here comes Bushy. Thu gets a little squirrely going into turn 2. Gets it back. He'll work his way between the 8 and the 01. Now Thu gets an advantage as now Bushy is snookered behind the 8 car. Halfway, 10 down, 10 to go. Todd Thu is led from the start. Don Bushy is second. Mike Terry third. Here comes Louie the Undertaker. Louie's now fourth. Moving up on the outside. Louie looks outside Mike Terry. He tries to take third spot away. Terry goes high. Here's Louie on the inside. And Louie has third. Terry battles back. Up front, new leader, Don Bushy. Bushy comes through on the inside, takes the lead. Todd Thu is back to second. Uh-oh, here comes the Undertaker. The 15 and the 13 battle early on, and they're now battling again. Thu looks inside Bushy. Bushy drifts high in turn 2. This time by, there'll be 5 laps to go. And the winningest driver in the history of this division, Louis Bunnell, runs third. Bunnell thought about the inside of Thu, but backed off. Here comes Dale Terry in the 64 to take a shot. He'll settle back into 4th. Oh, look out! The 15 and the 13 get together. They're side by side. Stone Cold on the inside and the Undertaker on the outside. Don Bushy's opened up an advantage. Here comes Louis on the inside. He's going to get second. Terry moves through and takes third. John Hayes has moved up. And he's going to battle Todd Thu for the 4th spot, which he has. Don Bushy in the 17 and Louis in the 13. Look out, we got a car in the wall, we got tires everywhere, we got the white flag. Caution on the speedway. As the old General Lee ends up in the wall.
Louis gonna get him.
This now will set up one heck of a restart. And we're ready for this shootout. Don Bushy in the 17, Louis Bunnell in the 13. It's an all Terry second row. The 64 of Dale, the 65 of Mike. Jason Bonnet, Dan Turner make up row number 3. Here they come. They'll look for the green, and they're underway. Bushy on the inside. Louis on the outside. And they are side by side in a turn 3. Side by side in a turn 4. Down the stretch, the white flag is out. Don Bushy opens up 2 car lengths on Louis. Louis will take one last shot on the outside. Will it be enough? I don't think so. Don Bushy's going to win it. Louis comes home second. Mike Terry third. Dan Turner 4th. Kerry Longley rounds out the top 5. And that will bring another edition of Motorsports Magazine to a close from the Airborne International Raceway. Hope you enjoyed tonight's racing action. The 4 main event winners in the street stocks. The Chooch, Charlie Farnsworth. Late model Sportsman, Chris Loudenshots gets his second. Steve Fisher gets his third in the Flying Tigers. And here Don Bushy gets the win in car number 17. We want to thank Jeremy Carpenter. Yes, that same Jeremy Carpenter who drives a pink Cavalier, for his outstanding camera work this evening. As always, Great work, JC. For Rob Knowles, I'm Rick Knowles. Have a good night, everybody.
John Bushey takes his victory lap.
We have some of the original Cougar fans here today. In addition to Carl Castine, who's down here, who's here so much, we have Roger and Ruby Tatro. And Carl Castine and Roger Tatro are original Cougar fans because back in 1970-71 season, their sons were playing for the first ever Cougar team. We're at Northeastern Clinton, and Northern Adirondack Bobcats, who also came into existence back in that 70-71 season, are here to face the Cougars. So as we've pointed out so many times before, when these two schools get together, you've got 5, 6, or 7 school districts involved, depending on how far back you go. In the case of Northern Adirondack, you've got the merger of Moores, Altona, and Lion Mountain. In the case of Northeastern Clinton, you've got the merger of Champlain Central and Moores. But before that merger took place, St. Mary's Academy folded. And for 1 year, the students from St. Mary's went to Champlain Central. That was the 69-70 season. So there's 3 schools right there. Then if we go back about 15 years before that, maybe 12 to 15 years, you've got Rouse's Point school that folded up and became part of Champlain Central. Well, if you go back far enough, you've got 4 school districts here at Northeastern and 3 at NAC. This is Modified A boys basketball. It's the 8th day of January, and we'll be pointing out probably in every game that we tape today. This is the first of 3 that we'll be taping. That today is, of course, Elvis Presley's 65th birthday. So we want to wish the King a happy birthday, wherever he may be celebrating it. Referees today, we have Randy Lozier and the oldest living modified referee, Don James. Coaches, Frank Dumas for the Cougars, Dennis Labarge for the Bobcats. The participants include, for the Cougars, Garrett Woodward, number 4, for the traveling. Jeremy Ashline, number 10. And I've got a lot more Cougar names here than I see players over there, so I'm sure we're going to mention people who aren't here today. Josh Oliver, 12. Brandon Sample, 14. Corey Letourneau, 20. Tom Babby, 22. Danny Trombley, 24. Joe Brown, 32. Dustin Bowman, 34. Mike Rao, 40. Josh Davison, 42. Kevin O'Connor, 44. And Josh Trombley, 50. For the Bobcats, Danny Myers, 3. Zach Welch, 10. Jake Bertrand, 11. Sean O'Neill, 12. Brad LeBombard, 13. Corey Bilo, 14. Ryan Tatro, 15. Jeremy Scott, 20. Josh Strack, 21. Lee LaValle, 22. Kyle Watts, 23. George Stiefel, 24. And Andy Bertrand, 25. And if you think I'm going to do a running play-by-play on all these fellas, you're wrong. We'll try to tell you who scored, but at the modified A level, we're just getting used to the names and the faces, so we can't always do much of a play-by-play. This is LaValle. He'll inbound it to Welch. Welch tried to get the same shade of hair as his grandfather, but came in a couple shades too dark. Too much yellow in it. Steps called. Gotta have a little more white to get the same shade. 2-0, Cougars leading. O'Connor will toss it in for Northeastern. Woodward pushes it out. Rebound pulled down by Watts. Shot was put up by 24. That's stifled. 3:55 to go in the first period. Babby scores for the Cougars. And it's 4-0 Northeastern. Blocked by O'Connor. Watts will inbound to Stifle. And Kyle Watts scores for the Cats, and if Bobcats are on the scoreboard, it's a 4-2 ball game. You can smell the popcorn cooking out there in the Booster Club booth. Perry Tremblay, we saw him last night at the Northeastern Girls at NAC game, and he said when he left there he was going to come down here, clean out everything, prepare for today. Have to open up and get the Booster Club booth going today. Shot is rebounded by Woodward. Now we got here. Whoops, there's a trip as Josh Oliver is tripped up. Green ball, says Randy Lozier. Walks into Welch. 2:10 to go, first period. And basket's good by Corey Bilo, and it's a 4-4 ball game. Traveling, I guess. Rebounded by Danny Tremblay. Woodward with the shot. Rebound pulled down by Bilo. Oh, there's a foul on O'Connor. Basket by Bilo. Let's see, on the Bobcat side, I see for sure one viewer patron. Basket by Woodward. One viewer patron family on the Bobcat side, and Cougar side, one, maybe two. It's a sad commentary on how much parents appreciate hometown cable. So why don't you kids talk to your parents and ask them why they're not supporting hometown cable. When you guys get to varsity, it'd be nice if hometown cable were still here, and if we don't get the support, that just might not happen. So if the parents aren't alert enough, maybe the kids should mention it to their parents and say, hey folks, why don't you support local television? Because local television is making local people the star. 22 at the line, that's Tom Babby. 6-6 to score. 39.9 left in the period. Green ball. We got here 15. Who's that? Tatro? Got Ryan Tatro's out there. I guess I haven't noticed some kids come in. Let's see. Ryan Tatro's out there. Jeremy Scott is out there. I'm not sure if anybody new was out there for the Cougars. The basket. Corey Bilo scores at the buzzer. We give the Cats an 8-6 lead at the end of one. Green ball. And the basket's good. By Ryan Tatro. It's a 10-6 in favor of the Bobcats. I think we have the 4 players who didn't play in the first period in there for the Cougars. A couple of new ones in for the Bobcats. They got enough that they should have all new players out there. I like modified. I like to see the time divided as equally as possible. Coaches shouldn't be worrying about winning and losing at this level. To give every kid a chance to play at the modified A level. If they're on the team, they deserve to play and they need to play. You don't know who's going to be there 3, 4, 5 years from now, still playing. So just for playing it smart, you should do it that way. But modified A, in my opinion, should be equally divided up as possible. Get all the kids involved. Who cares who wins the most modified games? Does anybody remember who won the most games 4 years ago? I doubt it. Rebounded by Oliver. Sample brings it down, gives to Rao. Strack in for Bobcats, replacing O'Neal. O'Neal gets a little playing time. Tatro at the line. Since we mentioned that original Cougar team, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that Frank Dumas was part of that original Cougar team way back when. Junior that year in 71. Tough shot for Mike Rao. And Cats lead is cut to 12-8. Strack with a putback, and Josh Strack scores. 14-8. Watts gives it to Myers. And Ryan Tatro scores. Morale shot. Letourneau knocks it off a green player. I assume that's Letourneau. Yep, that's Letourneau. 20. 5 7th graders on the Cougar team. That means they don't have enough 8th and 9th graders going out for it, I guess. Modified A should be primarily 9th and a few 8th graders and an occasional 7th grader, but the youth program is slowly deteriorating, if not deteriorated, here at Northeastern, and we're already starting to see the effects of that. You got to have the numbers if you're going to have the